What's going on, guys? Mitch here. Today we're checking out the Thomson Elite Seatpost. This guy is a 30.9 by, I believe, 410 mil, something like that. It probably says on the bottom here. Hopefully the camera focuses. Can anyone read that? Yep, 410 on the bottom. So beautiful. And I just kind of wanted to go over this Seatpost and kind of compare it with some of the other options out there and kind of go from there. So Thomson's made a name for itself kind of making aerospace tolerance bike parts over the last 20 or so years. This guy is going to go on the Krampus, and I've had Thomson Elites, I've had Thomson Masterpieces, I've had setbacks, I've had stems, bars, I've had just about everything from Thomson. And when I needed to find a seat post for the Krampus, the logical step was to just go with the Thomson Elite, just based on reliability, and I know what I'm going to get. Many companies have actually copied this seat post head itself. So it's a 2-bolt design from the bottom up, which is great because you don't have to put Allen keys through the seat to try to access or tighten or move around the post itself, or the seat itself, sorry. So bottom up bolts. Now they are actually labeled here for angle, which is pretty convenient, but not the end of the world. Some people I have seen as well flip this post around, in that you can run it either way and get different versions of this, obviously, for the setback or the angle. So depending on the angle of the frame, etc., you can run this at a couple different options like this. On the front, it is labeled that way, which is great because a lot of people probably forget which side goes forward. As I said, you can run this guy front or back. I've seen both ways done in the past. It's a very sturdy design. Now, the main difference between the Thomson Elite and the Masterpiece is the wall thickness on the actual aluminum seat post itself. What they end up doing is they kind of machine the bottom of it a little bit more, or sorry, on the inside of the tubing itself, it's machined out a lot more. Now, this is going to be hard to show, but I'll do my best. Now, if we're looking inside the post itself, this is as good as an angle as I can get on this to kind of show. So the wall thickness is essentially just the thickness of the tubing, the aluminum seat post here. So on the Masterpiece, they machine that out just a little bit more to kind of give it a little less strength, to be honest. But with that comes a reduced weight limit, and I want to say probably 30-40% increase in price. So the Elite version of this is tried and true. Like I said, it's got a good weight limit and no concerns on my end. On the bottom side of the post here, as we can see, we've got a max cut line. So essentially, you have to have this amount of posts in your frame at all times. Just, you know what, it's not worth it, because if you run, say, half that amount, you could break or snap the post. So it's pretty beneficial just to kind of go with directions on the post here and run and make sure you have that much on it. And then as we make our way down the post, like I said, there's that nice anodized Thomson logo, which looks sharp with that Elite mark. And then on the top, like I said earlier, it's got some really nice marks, which aren't necessary, but it's a nice little touch. And on the top of the post here, hopefully I can show this as well. On the top of the seat post itself, we've got a couple different bolts that are on here. So just in case you do strip this guy out, you can actually replace the parts that are cheap. So you can get these through a bunch of different distributors, Thomson obviously, but I think there's some aftermarket colors and whatnot available, depending if you want to kind of kit your bike out. I know I've seen some purples and blues and whatnot, but you can get those replaced just in case there are any problems stripping it, which I find highly unlikely, but it has been known to happen. So overall, we've got a super lightweight aluminum post, super strong, a time-tested design in a 30.9 by 410, which is going to go in the Krampus. I know that I'm not going to have any problems with it. It might be a little bit heavier than the Masterpiece, but I know the strength is going to be better than it, more durable than the Masterpiece. And if I decide to gain a few pounds over the holiday season here, I'm not going to overrun any kind of weight limit. And then not only that, save some cash and keep it in the pocket for the other builds. So anyway, guys, that's all I got for you today. Any questions, leave them below. Otherwise, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And until next time, I will chat with you around the bend. Later.